What up? Welcome to Brad's house.
Hey, welcome. Brad's house. Nothing special. It's another dump in Long Beach. You know, I call home.
And we're gonna do some Q&A. Some stuff that you guys asked and want to get answered for the Build and Battle show. As well as some of the stupid stuff that's going on here at my house and going on with the Hoonigans. Absolutely a fun show. I love working with Hurt. Hurt is probably one of the best guys I know from the Hoonigan people. Hurt not only didn't make just the show, the producer is Jesse. Love that guy. The camera guy is Kyle. Absolutely love that guy. Me and Kyle have worked a lot together with Garage. Just extremely great people. Now the Vargas brothers, can't love them enough. I fortunately enough was able to meet the family prior to this. When John was building Hurt's car way back 2 years ago, John's dad came out and I got to meet John and his dad. And so Mike was like the final straw of getting to meet the family, and extremely great people. I mean, of the Rotary community, I couldn't ask for better people to hang out with and learn from. Wonderful people. Thank you, Vargas brothers. Lots of love. There's no animosity amongst each other. We actually are all helping each other go faster, and we want to go to a bunch of events together to have fun. Like the T-Bucket against his Repo against the Gen 1. It's going to be great fun. So this year, we do plan on racing each other. We do plan on going out against each other. Yes, we're going to race the Vargases again. Yes, we're coming out for some more content. So just stay tuned. It's all coming. Where did I get Bad Daddy Braddy? And I actually heard a funny argument not too long ago between Brian and Hurt. And sorry, Brian, I really believe Hurt is the one who named me. If you go back to DT59, the first DT that I was on, Hurt came up with like, oh, this is Bad Daddy. And it kind of stuck. So, sorry, Brian, Hurt named me. From what I remember, we could go back to the DT and the editing. Hurt named me. That's where I got the name, Bad Daddy Braddy.
Brad needs another name. Brad's just not a good enough name.
I think Bad Daddy. Bad Daddy.
Bad Daddy.
Yeah,
Braddy.
Bad Daddy Braddy. Bad Daddy Braddy. Bad Daddy Braddy.
My first car build was a 69 Volkswagen bus. We're gonna go over that later. I have pictures of my whole life. We're gonna do a storybook of from when I was 16 to today, all the cars that I've built. And my first car was a 69 Volkswagen bus, slammed, fake Porsche alloys, black on black, stereo, all that good stuff. Love that bus. I can't believe what they're worth right now. That motor is an L33. That is an aluminum block, 5.3 liter, that comes in like an SS and some Suburbans and Tahoes. And you guys can get me all wrong in the comments of what I'm wrong about, but it is an L33, which is an all aluminum 5.3. They have a little nicer cam, they have a little nicer valves, they have a little nicer things on them than a stock truck 5.3. That's why I chose that platform. There's a lot of support around the Cathedral Port Gen 1 LS. That's why I choose those. Do they make the power that I want, or did it make the power I want? It didn't. And it didn't make it because of the motor, it made it because we chased the fuel pressure problem. And we can go back to the video when I talk about fuel loss and fuel pressure. And if you watch the current videos with the S10, you'll see how we fix it, and it's totally my fault and it's my problem, and I made the mistake. So just like anything, when you build and you rush to build it, you make mistakes. I'm fucking the king of mistakes, you guys. I don't suggest you do things like I do. A lot of the ways I've learned is by making that mistake and having to fix it and do it the right way. So there's a mistake that I did on camera that you guys can all eat me up for, and we'll go over how I fix it in the next videos coming up on the S10. The LS motor I bought is not built. We can cut to some footage of when I take actually the valve cover and the front timing cover off in a current video. And It's not built, you guys. It literally has a bad cylinder. It has a cylinder with a lifter, I keep saying that over and over and over, that's collapsed and it's not working well. And I didn't even fix it. I actually put more performance parts on and sent it just to show you guys how hardy these LS motors are. Yes, should have I built it? Absolutely. Should I pulled the head gaskets off, done valve springs, done a cam? Absolutely. Did I have time and money? No, I didn't. And if I would have opened it up, what other headaches would have I opened up? You know, it's that rabbit hole that you start crawling down and you don't know where you're gonna stop. Had I opened that motor up and found more and more problems, I would have easily ran out of money and ran out of time and not even been able to do the show. Better yet, we're going after more horsepower and with more performance products with a factory sealed motor. Now we did that, we were joking about that because Motor Trend did the smash the header thing and the horsepower loss and all that, and that's what was in the back of my head when I cut that header. Had there been other ways to do that header? Yes, there was. There was ways to cut that and go around and whatever. I was just kind of being a jerk and a badass and just like, screw it, I'm gonna cut this like this, do this because Motor Trend said it didn't lose any horsepower, so why not? Did it lose any horsepower from that? I don't think so. We did compression numbers and we'll show you guys the compression numbers, and those two cylinders were actually fine. So nothing happened. We cut this header, we put it in there, nothing happened. So another question answered for you guys. The fuel system was sized incorrectly on the pressure size hose. I actually ran an 8 when I should have run a minimum of a 10, and we're stepping it up to a 12. So we'll go over that when we see the S10 rebuild or the S10 stuff that they're talking about. You guys seen it at the end of the last video, it came to my house. Well, that was my chance to be able to fix all the little things that we didn't do right, so that when we, and here's another question, auction it off, you guys have a nicer truck to bid on. If you remember in the video, you can cut back to that, I said somewhere around 11s, 1190, probably 12. I was probably underguessing myself because I really wanted a 1090 truck. I was hoping in my head we had a 1090 truck. After the dyno date and learning that we only had 400 horsepower with the weight of the vehicle, I knew we had an 11-second truck. So we were swinging for the fences when we got to the track, trying to make whatever horsepower we could stick. And it's kind of ironic that if you go to the Wallace drag race calculator, you guys can all go to that, Google Wallace drag race calculator, and you throw in 3,200 pounds at 400 horsepower, we pretty much ran the numbers that it says on that calculator for what we did. And that was like the 1180 and the mile per hour, which is remarkable. That means that how horsepower we made, we were able to put on the track and go down the track at with the weight we were at. I wish we were at 500. No, Brad is not buying it back. In my driveway right now, I have a 27, a 28, which are the rat rods, the Cadillac, and a Tacoma. And we'll talk about that too. I don't need any more cars right now. And in all honesty, I don't want any more cars. I have to pay insurance on them. I have to maintenance them. I have to house them. I have to wash them. It's a lot. And it's only one person here. This is a single dad, 2 kids household. It's a lot of work. I wish I had more time and more dime. T&M is what I call it, time and money. I don't have it. It is getting auctioned. It is going to be for sale at some point. I don't know when. I can't tell you the date, can't tell you the time, can't tell you anything other than the S10 is for sale. It's gonna be sold to you guys. Everybody has an option to buy it. It's going up for eBay. On a 1 to 10 scale, did we cheat? We cheated around a 5 or a 6. Vargas has cheated around a 20, is all I have to say. Nobody could build that car for under 10 grand. We really had about $11,000 invested in that car, and a lot of that had to do with our sponsorships. So you see all these things around me? These are partners of mine and partners of Hoonigans that have helped us through our builds. So we weren't in that build allowed to use anything but actual prices you guys got. And being with Holley, our partners in Nitrous, in my build, I was an American car, American motor build. I needed to use the Holley products and use it at a price that you guys could buy it at, which gotta love the Terminator system. It is affordable. It is a great system. It's easy. You guys see me do it. No plugs here, you guys. This is my channel. None of these people are paying for anything. Literally, this is all free. These people are all good people that I've worked with that I can make a phone call to and talk to somebody that I know and have information either given to me for free, information, and products helped out. Like, I'm not saying we're getting them for free. We get them at a price like a dealership price. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate this guy, dude. He's amazing. Mike Finnegan, a fanboy of, you know. We have Gary. We have my graphics friends, Adam, Hoonigans, Ibot, K&N, Doug at Motion, Tim at ZZ Performance, Mitch, you know, TCS, my torque converter guy. He's the man, dude. Like, all these people on the phone, talk to regularly, gotta love them. That's how we made these builds happen. Did we cheat? I didn't cheat that bad. I sold the motor to myself, which is a motor I had that was left over for another project. And the guy who had the motor was literally not gonna use it because he's in a financial position where he couldn't. So I had the motor for him, was gonna sell it to him. He couldn't afford it. So I ended up selling it to myself, which offset the cost of me being at Hoonigans. So did I cheat? I don't think so, because I sold myself a motor that was actually not as good as I thought it was, and I overcharged myself. So cheating, yeah, cheating, no, whatever. Now the other thing you guys are gonna see that I kind of cheated on was the nitrous stuff. I drilled out that plate and screwed it up. That plate was sold to myself in a deal, whatever. I got a fuel pump, nitrous and all that for, I think it was like $400. And it was all used, which you can find easily on eBay. Well, I drilled out the plate and messed it up, and all of a sudden I found another nitrous plate on the floor. No, I didn't. I took it from my Cadillac. I literally took, because my Cadillac was down, the nitrous system off of it to put on that car so that we could complete the show. So yes, I cheated there again. Other than that, we didn't cheat. Me and Jose did all of the work. Me and Jose did everything from A to B. Thank God Jose was there. He is a godsend. Well, I do electrical work for a lot of people. I do them for household, I do it for commercial, I do it for everything. The biggest bill payer, I should say, today is all of our commercial grows. Los Angeles is full of the commercial grows. It used to be the clothing district, now we call it the growing district. It's hilarious. But I do a lot of that stuff. And once you're in that little circle of electricians and plumbers and AC guys, your name gets thrown around and you get used a lot. So thankfully enough, the business is booming and I have a ton of that business. So to offset what I wasn't making at that place, I sold the motor to myself to incorporate my funds. Drag racing, I'm a drag racer. I would love to continue drag racing across and do like Texas stuff, Florida stuff, go meet up with Cletus, go meet up with the Boosted Boys in Colorado. I really support all of these people and their channels, and I enjoy watching their content. I enjoy the whole drag racing community. It's not destroying our cars, it's having fun with our cars and actually doing personal bests. It's not always beating each other. It's trying to make sure that we can compete at a level that we're making ourselves faster. That's even more funner than beating your friend, funner than beating your friends. You guys asked me about merch. This was a shirt that I made a long time ago. You can comment below on this thing. We're trying to get this shirt and the merch back out so that we have some stuff to sell. Those merch and that shirt would be just supporting my channel and my builds. Can I tell you guys enough how much I appreciate all of you guys subscribing, following, indulging in my shitty ass life? I appreciate it. I want to say thank you to all the people that I've met in this industry.